Hello and welcome, this is Wes Lambert with Integro, and today I'm going to be showing you how to configure an LDAP service with Tivoli Identity Manager 5.1. The first thing we're going to do today is define a service for interacting with an LDAP directory. We're going to retrieve and manage existing LDAP accounts. We're going to add users to ITIM, configure an identity policy for users. We're going to map user attributes to LDAP attributes, this being account defaults for the service. And also we're going to create an LDAP account for a new ITIM user. We're going to synchronize these accounts and also develop a way to automatically provision LDAP accounts for new ITIM users. Alright, so let's begin. Okay, so here we are at the Tivoli Directory Server Web Administration tool. I'm going to go ahead and choose our directory server, and what we're going to do is we're going to pre-populate the directory with some users that we can load into ITIM. Alright, so let's go to Directory Management, Manage Entries. We'll go to the Integro organization and the People OU, and we'll just add a few individuals. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the inet org person object class when adding these users. I'll go ahead and hit next. And the first user, let's see, will be John Johnson. Once again, John Johnson. Surname Johnson. Oops. I'll hit next. And we can go ahead and leave all this blank. We'll go ahead and finish out this user. And we'll add a couple more entries. Once again, the inet org person object class. We'll add Susie Smith. Once again, Susie Smith and Smith, and hit next. And we'll once again leave these blank. Scroll down, hit finish, and we'll add one more user. Once again, the inet org person object class. LDN. How about Jim Jones? Jim Jones. And Jones. We'll hit next. Scroll down. Hit finish. And no. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you these users. We have Jim Jones, John Johnson, and Susie Smith in the directory at the moment. We'll head over to the Tivoli Identity Manager, log in as ITIM Manager, enter our password, and the first thing we're going to do is define an LDAP service to interact with the users in this LDAP directory. And to do so, we're going to go to the Manage Services tab. We're going to hit refresh, and from here you can see the available services we have. We're going to create the LDAP service. We're going to create it in the Integro business unit, and below you can see the available service types that we can use. We're going to choose LDAP profile, hit next, and we're going to configure our service name, which we can just name test LDAP service for right now. And we don't need a description. Directory integrator location could be different for your setup. Now ours is running on port 1099, and also the directory server, ours is on 1389. You can use SSL, but we're not going to be using that at the moment. I'm going to enter my directory server administrator name and password. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and test the connection. It works. And I'm going to enter our user base DN. It's going to be people O Integro. And our group base DN. Groups. Oops. Alright, oh, almost forgot. We're going to change our user RDN attribute to CN. We're going to leave the group RDN attribute at CN, and the rest we can leave the same. We're going to hit next. Once again, we're going to hit next. And yes, we want to create a policy for manually requesting accounts. We can automate that later, but I'd like to show it manual first. And next, we're going to perform a supporting data reconciliation now. No, we're going to wait. Okay, and also you can configure your reconciliation to occur either daily, weekly, monthly, hourly, annually, during a specific month, or never. And you can configure the time at the bottom as well. Right now we're going to leave this all blank, and we're just going to hit finish and hit close. Alright, so we have created our LDAP service. And what we're going to do now, from this arrow right here beside the LDAP service, we're going to reconcile. This is why I waited, so you can see how to reconcile from the Manage Services tab. We're going to reconcile now, and leave the query as none. Hit submit, close. Alright, now we're going to view the accounts that the reconciliation is pulled in from LDAP. We go to accounts, refresh, and you can see we have Jim Jones, John Johnson, and Susie Smith. Okay. Alright, and right now we're going to add a new user, but before we do that, actually let me show you this. We go back to accounts, and what you can actually do, you can delete users out of LDAP from right here in ITIM. If you want to take out Jim Jones, let's say just hit delete, and we can make it immediate. Delete. Let me show you. Change will occur in here as well. We'll go into the people OU, and now we just have John Johnson and Susie Smith. So there you go. We will create a new user in ITIM. Hit refresh real quick. And here's the available list of users. Hit create. We'll keep it in the Integra business unit with the person user type. And we will make their last name. Let's see, let's try Donald. And we'll do Don Donald. And the preferred user ID is D Donald. Alright, we'll hit continue. Type in our own password so we don't have a super crazy password. We'll make it immediate. We'll refresh the list, and now you can see Don Donald is now in the ITIM system, and we'll check his accounts. Hit refresh. Right now he just has the ITIM service account. Okay. We'll close that. Right now we're going to configure the identity policy and also the attribute mapping through account defaults for the LDAP service. Let's go ahead and go back to Manage Services real quick. And we'll go to Account Defaults from the Test LDAP Service arrow. And we're going to add. Right now I want to select full name because I want to map the full name attribute from ITIM to the full name attribute in LDAP. And you can choose to prepend or append text, but right now we're just going to leave it like it is. So we'll go full name to full name and keep it in its existing case. And also we're going to do last name to last name. So I'll go ahead and add those, keeping it just as it is. Okay. And in existing case. Okay. And alright, we set the account defaults. And also, we're going to set the identity policy for the LDAP service. We're going to search. Alright, we're going to create our identity policy. Do test LDAP identity policy. We can leave the rest just as it is. Go to targets, click add, then we'll search, and we'll choose the test LDAP service target. And we'll make our rule. And what this is going to do is whenever ITIM populates the user ID field, whether it's coming in from LDAP, it's going to match up based on the full name. Okay, so we're going to hit apply. I'm going to use existing case. Okay. Close. Alright. Let's see. Let's go back. And right now, we can go back to Don Donald and request accounts. Or let's go back and view his accounts again. So we see he still has the ITIM account, but no LDAP account. We can request the LDAP account by hitting request. We're going to search. And you see we have the test LDAP service account right here. Select it. Continue. And you see we have the pre-populated user ID, Don Donald, that is going to be used, the full name for the user ID, and then also the full name and the last name that'll be populated throughout LDAP. I'm going to submit now for those and refresh. Now we see does have the LDAP service now, Don Donald, and it is active, so we can go over to the LDAP, go to manage entries, and the people OU, and we see Don Donald, it's right here. And also, if we want to automate this without having to request it, we can do as follows, or do it so, I'm sorry. We can go to the provisioning policies and go to the provisioning policy that was set up when we created the test LDAP service, which is right here. We can head to entitlements, select test LDAP service, and see where it says manual. We can set that to automatic. And what this will do is when you create an ITIM account for a user, it will automatically create an LDAP account as well. So you don't have to go back and request an account. So, let's go ahead and refresh just in case. We'll create a user, same as we did before. And let's see, last name. How about Cool? We'll do Calvin Cool. Let's see, Cool. Alright. Continue. Specify our own password. Submit. Close. Alright, we'll refresh the list. Calvin Cool. We'll view his accounts. And if all went well, he should have an ITIM account as well as an LDAP account. Refresh. And he does. There we go. And we'll check LDAP one last time. Check the people OU. And there's Calvin Cool. Okay, and that's about it. So we've pre-populated the LDAP, the directory server, with several individuals, defined an LDAP service. We've retrieved the existing LDAP accounts into ITIM and managed them as we like. We've added new ITIM users, configured the identity policy and attributes to be mapped between ITIM and LDAP. And also for these new ITIM users, we've created LDAP accounts to be either requested or to automatically be provisioned.